Third down, always been regarded. That's a quarterback stat, third down. John Elway used to tell stinking everybody, hey, you guys take care of first and second down. My job is third down. Well, on third down, the great Patrick Mahomes was just 5 of 13. You took a look for Telestrator Tuesday, which is powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. You looked at those third down conversions. What did you see?
Yeah, well, first off, just a coaching clinic. And, so many times in the National Football League, you see third down and long. And what are you getting out of third and long? You're getting guys playing sticks. You're getting guys playing zones. You're trying to make quarterbacks dump it off underneath and rally up and make a tackle before the guy gets to the first down marker. That's what you see historically across the league. This defense, to me, was come get a taste. We're going to line up in man. We're going to double team certain guys, and it's always going to be different. But we're lining up in man. We don't care that Pat Surtain is out. Abrams drain, you're on. It's on you. And I loved it. The aggressive nature with which they played. I think they played out of 16 snaps. I think 14 times they were in just man-to-man, like a two-man situation. They were man underneath, like, let's come get a taste. Yeah, we're going to lock you up in man. So the very first third down and 10, the very first third down of the game, man-to-man across the board, two high safety look. Hufanga jumps down and double teams the X, and then Jones jumps down and double teams number 3 in a 3-by-1. That's the guy closest to the formation. And Abrams Drain is one-on-one out there against your Z receiver, gets stacked initially, but chases him down. Patrick Mahomes goes over the top. They can't get it completed. It's good coverage at the end, but you're not afraid. Like, there is no fear. Oh, really? You got all these wide receivers back? You've got Worthy back, and you've got, Thornton over the top, and you've got
Rice,
Rice,
Brown.
And everybody else. No, we're going to lock you up man-to-man because you know what? That's what we do. Same thing, 3rd and 15, another dime situation. A lot of teams just play, we're going to play off. They're man-to-man. The Kansas City Chiefs give up and try to throw a bubble screen. Chris Abrams is on it, drives in there. Hufanga makes a tackle. They get a holding call on that, down in the red zone, straight up man-to-man. All right, I'm going to skip down a little bit here. Because there's a couple other that I love. Now, all of a sudden, you get a change-up on 3rd down and 15. They run basically a 3-deep look. It's basically a cover 2, right? A cover 2, a buck cover 2. They've got a safety in the middle of the field, 3 guys deep, and they're just basically playing a zone on that particular one. So that was one of the zones they played, but they rushed 3 and said, what are you going to do? What are you going to do now? And they had no answer for that. 3rd down and 7. This is the 8th third down of the game. They basically rat a safety, meaning they bring a safety down into the box. They're playing outside leverage. They funnel everything to that safety. It's man-to-man across the board, and that safety is a free hole player. And Patrick Mahomes got nowhere to go. That's the pick 6 he throws. So he throws the pick 6. It gets called back for a faulty call on Moss. Riley Moss, his hands are off the guy at about 7 yards. You've got a chuck rule inside 5. They usually let that go for about 7 to 8 yards. His hands are off the receiver. They throw the flag, take away the pick 6. But again, man-to-man situation and understanding where your help is. Understanding like, hey, man, here is – because in man-to-man, if you're playing cover 1, there are 2 guys that are essentially, free. And so they, like I said, they rat the safety. The second safety in a shell look comes flying down, and you're funneling everything to that guy. And did a great job with that. Nowhere to go. Patrick Mahomes throws it, pick 6, and it gets called back. One of my favorite plays in this game was a 3rd down and 2 late in the game. It's the 15th third down of the game, and they motion the back. It's a 2-by-2 formation, and they motion the back weak. And 40 Sternad goes with the back right? And what they're trying to do is run double slant out of that and run a rail with the back. So they're picking the man-to-man coverage because they've gotten so much man-to-man, all right? So this is absolutely brilliant. So here goes Sternad, stops at the wide receiver, the number 2, the slot receiver, stops. And the guy over the slot turns out, takes number 1. The guy, Sternad, takes number 2. And the other corner sloughs off and takes the running back on the wheel route. They're totally trying to pick Sternad so they can get that running back down the sideline for a big play. Nothing. They end up getting a sack off of it. So they completely change up the man-to-man, who they're taking. Just a brilliant defensive call to take that play away. It was like a scene out of The Waterboy, coaching for dummies. Like Vance knew exactly what they were doing, changed up the man-to-man, took away the 2 slants, and had a corner sitting out there for the running back going, now what? And no, it wasn't a sack. It was a dump off, short of the running back for an incomplete pass. Just unbelievable throughout this whole process of how much man-to-man. Now, I will give them this. Man-to-man, and they're running a mesh concept on the Travis Kelce touchdown, and Hufanga does a great job of sifting through that traffic and just misses a tackle that would have had him short of the first down. It was just a masterful job, and it was what we always talk about on the offensive side, having an identity, know who you are. This is having an identity, know who you are. This is what we do. We play man-to-man, and we're not afraid.
They didn't have guys running open, wide open. That was a big concern. That's always a concern with the Chiefs. They get, with all the stuff that they do, you blow a coverage or you get picked, you get screened, and you have guys running wide open. That wasn't the case. So they were down in. And Mike, I know that you were very disappointed that the defense played so well last week.
Why?
Because you picked all those Chiefs players for your fantasy team.
That's a good point.
Very disappointed.
And you pick the Chiefs.
I'm picking Travis Kelce. I'm pitching Patrick Mahomes. I'm also going to pick Jay Worthy.
Reverse.
And then I'm picking the Chiefs defense. And
reverse
wow.
Jinxie Cat.
Holy cow.
It worked to a
Very
T.
disappointed.
Perfectly. I did this with the understanding that I was going to have to owe breakfast this morning. This week. I'm fine with that.
Well, you already owe it this week.
I'm happy. For the week next.
Yeah,
following week.
But Stoke, he plays that on the radio show and then on the podcast. He took the Chiefs.
Same thing. Because I knew they were Broncos. I knew we have a lot.
The Chiefs are going to win this game.
We have a lot.
He was like, we're not ready right now as an organization. We're not ready. I think his exact words were, "We're just not ready to compete with the Chiefs in a game like this."
Bronco fans watch that podcast, so that's all part of the plan. All part of the plan, and it worked masterfully.
You're the worst.